Well, we're finally here. The era of a new GTA game. Well, the era of a new GTA trailer, technically. The era probably will begin January or February of 2026. Anyway, if you saw the trailer, you'd know this game is about to be huge. Even without the trailer, you'd know that. I gotta be honest, I didn't expect a trailer so soon, but I am happy and super excited to talk about it over the coming months. We all expected the trailer to be more about Jason since the first trailer primarily focused on Lucia. Ironically enough, Lucia has become the main focus from the trailer on the internet. I don't know why, but anyway, let's talk about Jason Duval. Gotta say, I didn't expect his last name to be Duval. Jason has a chance to be one of the greatest male characters in video game history. At the moment, my two favorite male characters are Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2 and Joel Miller from The Last of Us series. Those two games also happen to be my favorite video games of all time. I just want to say, is Jason not Troy Baker? I know Troy's a big voice actor, and obviously him doing a big game like GTA without us knowing is not likely, but come on, this has to be him. I'm convinced it's Troy Baker. If it's not Troy, I'll sell my soul to John Rockstar. Jason has seen many improvements since trailer 1 as expected. He's obviously more buff, and the trailer shows off a variety of different hairstyles and beard styles for him. Obviously showing us the customization, we learned that Jason was in the military, which explains a lot. There's this constant rumor or theory that Jason is an undercover cop. He is not. In no way is he an undercover cop. Like, the logic of him being undercover makes no sense. Why would he be undercover? What has Lucia done to warrant such deep intel? Also, the main thing I think everyone is forgetting, this is GTA. You know, the game where you can literally kill 1,000,000 cops, shoot up a beach, and run over pedestrians. I know undercover cops can get away with certain things, but come on. There's no way an undercover cop is doing the things we either see Jason do or what we choose to do playing as Jason. I also hear people saying he starts off as an undercover cop, then he sorta actually falls in love with Lucia. I could see this being the case more so than the other theory, but still, if that turns out to be the case, that would be so stupid. It would just be so dumb in my opinion. It's crazy to say, but I'd love a Rockstar game to have an actual ending where I don't cry or have to choose between the other, which is more likely to be the case. I hope it's not. But one of these characters will definitely die, and if they both die, I'd imagine we'd play as one of the side characters, probably Draquan, but I'm crossing my fingers that they both live, but I have my doubts about that. Looking more into Jason, we obviously learn his last name, but we also learn more about him. Jason wants an easy life, but things just keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. It might be time to try something new. That last part got me thinking Lucia gets Jason into bigger things than he anticipated. He obviously seems to be the more level-headed one, while Lucia seems to be the crazier one, which is expected, as she is a Latina woman from Florida who just got out of prison. It doesn't exactly get crazier than that. Meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. You see, captions like that don't really look good for my boy Jason or my girl Lucia. Descriptions like that make me think it's even more likely that one of them is dying. There definitely will be a breakup point in the game. That's how movies work, shows work, music works, and everything else. 1000% Jason and Lucia will break up at some point in the game, but ultimately will find their way back to each other. I also had the idea of an ending that I don't hear many people mention, that is either Jason or Lucia going to prison in the end, and that character not being playable anymore. The character that is not in prison would be able to visit that character in the open world, something that would be really unique and cool. Something like that would be interesting, and it would be more unique than someone dying, as most people expect that to happen. Jason also seems to be a ladies' man, which I mean, look at him, obviously he is. Wonder how that makes Lucia feel. I wonder what happens if you cheat on Lucia, or if they would even let you. I imagine they wouldn't, similar to Red Dead, where the character wouldn't do certain things like paying for sex or something. I wonder if there is a cheating plotline, like your open world decisions affect the outcome of the game with Lucia, similar to Red Dead's honor system. If you just killed a whole bunch of people in Red Dead, your bad honor would change how the game ended. That would be really cool if they had something like that. It'd truly make you feel and think about every decision you make, but I'd imagine you want to go driving on a certain beach, you'd have a save game file ready to go. I also wonder how the gym and weight thing will work. Obviously we can get buff as we see in the trailers, but would getting super fat make it harder to complete certain missions? Wait, imagine GTA 6 actually puts a weight limit on missions. That'd be crazy, and really funny. There's a lot I'm curious about in terms of the gameplay and open world, but obviously I'll save that for other videos. Jason, on the other hand, seems to have friends, Brian, who we see in the beginning of the trailer, and Draquan in the middle watching something crazy go down on their phone. Really reminds me of Michael's reaction to the bomb blowing up in Jay Norris's face.
I think someone's trying to talk with me. Hello?
Oh! Oh, Jesus! Whoa!
No,
Whoa!
There's also Cal, who definitely is going to be the Lester type character. He might not be a hacker, as that would just full on be Lester without a disability and longer hair, but he's obviously going to be a big part of the story, and he honestly seems really funny and cool. Definitely asking Lucia to put him onto her friends.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Jason also starts off in this house, which is obviously the starter house, assuming they will eventually get a lot more money and move into a much bigger place, even though this place isn't bad, but I think Brian might be letting him stay there while he does work for him. This picture of Jason just makes me smile. Look at him go, along with my boy Cal, fishing on a nice boat. I can't wait. This game is truly going to be amazing. I can't tell if this is a mission of some sorts, or simply just an activity you can do in free roam. I imagine you will be able to go on dates with Lucia, which is a feature that was missing in GTA 5. I think Michael took Amanda on a date once, but I think it was a mission. Maybe I'm tripping, but that's how I remember it. Definitely can't wait for the yoga type of missions. I know people hated that mission, but it was honestly kind of cool. Something like that will definitely return, just like a slice of life mission with Lucia and Jason. Maybe we have to like bake together or something stupid. But also something I want to mention, the special abilities. I wonder what special ability Jason will have. Driving, stealing, dead eye. God, I hope it's that. Such a fun feature from Red Dead. Perhaps they'll add a version of it to GTA, we'll see. But Jason seems to be skilled at shooting, but so does Lucia, so I can't think of something Jason would be better at than Lucia. Something he's that much better at that he could have a special ability. Maybe driving, but I don't know if they would add an ability that was in a previous game. Either way, I hope it's good. Another thing I thought about is the relationship dynamic. What if Jason decides to sleep in a hotel for multiple days alone? Would Lucia say something? Will she show up at the hotel with a golf club ready to kill? Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. But this is Rockstar, so there's never really a too deep. In fact, maybe I'm not thinking deep enough. This game is supposed to blow our expectations away, which seems impossible, but if there's any company to do it, it's Rockstar Games, and I have full faith in them. I love that we got a lot of information, like so much. I was just expecting trailer 2, not literally 70 screenshots and character bios though. This definitely means we won't be getting anything for the rest of the year, which is perfectly fine, but that's my video. I just wanted to go over Jason in this video. I definitely want to look into the new cities and other characters. Obviously Lucia will be one of those characters, but like and subscribe for more content, and as always, thanks for watching and more videos to come.